Okay, let's see here. Should be live soon. All right, guys. Good morning. Welcome back here. It's March 17th. It's a Wednesday, and it's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for all the words, guys. Jason says I should get an assistant. One of the best things he's done. Actually, I just recently hired a developer on Trade Journal to help me out. That's saved a lot of time. It's also getting the ball rolling a lot faster, which is really exciting. So we get some more features out. Big proponent in the wizard. He built pretty much most of the wizard, so pretty stoked about that. So far, pre-market, we're doing all right. 562, not so bad pre-market. Not, one of those exciting over $1,000 a day pre-markets or, close to 2,000, but, it's good. We had a failed attempt on huge, and then I tried on SKIN. That also didn't work. It wasn't until ZCMD really came along where we were able to take some profits on this one. All the profits came from this area. I had some losers in this area on this kind of second leg here. I tried to trade this breakout. This was a small win, and then I traded this pullback, which actually ended up being a failed move, and took a little bit of a loss here. I think I gave back like 250 on this one. So yeah, I think it's all right. In terms of swing trades, I want to kind of talk about them really quickly here before we go back to the day trades. We sold TAC2 Chef, TTCF, I think it is. Yeah, I constantly forget the ticker, so I was like, oh, what was the ticker again? Like I said yesterday, they reduced their guidance a little bit. They're coming towards some really big resistance after a 30% bounce. I was like, could they keep going up? Could they maybe see 24? Could they maybe see 25 again? Sure. Are they going to see it maybe next week? Could also be. But right now, temporarily, found some resistance, and I felt pretty confident taking profits on TTCF pre-market. So I definitely don't regret that one. Plus, we have some new funds available, so I'll be looking to allocate those as well. So let's quickly go here to our stats, and then we'll just see. We should have our closed out trade here. It is TTCF. Weighed 319 on this one, not really too bad. It was a really small position size, $2,000 position size. So really, the impressive thing is the percentage return. We made 16% on this one, so really nice. I also posted this in the Discord. I'm sure some of you guys saw that yesterday as well. So other than that, I would like to get long on a few more of these swing trades. SFT is the one I have that order on right now. If we break below 55, I have a limit order at 827. It's a 274, seems random, but it's because we were long one share of this one, and I was always kind of looking for that second fill. The problem was I never had funds available, so now I technically have funds available. So let's see if we can get full size on this one, or at least not even full size. This would be like, I don't know, 4/5 size. Full size is around 3,000 with our swing trade portfolio. And then see if we can get a move back above 10, 11, kind of hold it a little bit longer term. Looks like we found a bit of a bottom here potentially, but we'll see kind of how it goes from there. Otherwise, IRAs, sold off a little bit again, but we also took some profits. So, this P&L opened. It's very volatile, so take it as you will. But I'm pretty happy overall with their swing trades. Right now, a lot of tickers are just kind of pulling back after a nice little rally, so I'm pretty bullish on holding them a little bit longer. We kind of chart through them here a little bit. You can see my buy orders. Yeah, he actually brought it on my radar originally. Look who it is, Heiko in the house, Red, White, Blue Outdoors. Heiko's new fishing, hunting site. I don't know if you guys checked it out. It should be Heiko. Definitely feeling better, Jeff. I think I was so busy with taxes in the last few weeks, it was like always on my mind. And then I was trying to like squeeze enough time for trade journal in. I pretty much worked all weekend, you know, blah blah blah. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think I was just a little bit exhausted, but definitely feeling a lot better. All right, Heiko says it is me. Yeah, SFT is the I think it's not car rental, it's used cars, Bren. We could pull that up actually quickly. Shift Technologies. They say internet retail, but here you go. Smart way to buy a used car safely. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now to add to our portfolio. You can see we had some really good bounces kind of across the board on our IRA. Oh, trades aren't loading all the time right now. We're still on Clove as well. This one really sold off a cliff. I have a sell order if we get back above 10. I'm not sure if we'll see it. I wouldn't be surprised if we found a little bit of support. I don't know, maybe around 7.5 or so, and then had a last little push to the upside. We'll see what we're going to get. QS, man, this was just about a perfect entry, but we didn't have more funds available. Oh, the amount of times we missed QS because we didn't have funds available, guys, is like probably around 5. I mean, we've called out so many moves on QS. I just was not able to play. It's a painful one. GHVI. Fairly bullish here. I was originally thinking we'd have a quick dip here and continue back to the upside, but it does look like we found a little bit of support here, so maybe we're gonna maybe have a higher low here. I'm looking to hold all these for a bit longer. You guys remember, I always have my swing trades, you know, at least 8 weeks is my kind of minimum hold period. I obviously sell sooner, but in my mind, I'm totally fine with holding position 8 weeks or potentially even more. Another one, we didn't have funds available, growth generation here. Oh, would have been a phenomenal entry. IPOE. Yeah, there's the Swift, big support around 8. Osprey Tech. This one's really having a lot of issues there. 11.5 became big time resistance. SSPK. Looks like it could be, you know, trending here to the downside a little bit below 22. Want to keep that in mind. THBR could be a good support zone right around now, but we already have a decent allocation on this one. Yeah, VIH has been a bit of a bummer. XL, this is a bit of a bummer as well. I had a sell limit order right here. Look at this one at 14.05, and we missed it by like 1%. Oh. Oh, that's always a little bit of a stressful situation. Now it's down here about 12-13%. I think we're probably going to have a double top at one point, but, you know, it's funds that are on hold, basically, right? So it would have been nice closing this one out, regardless if it would have been a loss or not. I didn't really close here because I wanted a small profit. I just closed here because I thought we were going to at least come to this former resistance zone. And if anything, I was actually front running it a little bit. So I thought, okay, well, this seems like, you know, we have some more potential here. So, but, you know, this time I guess I was a little bit too aggressive on that. But yeah, overall, you know, swing trade portfolio is still fully allocated and, you know, pretty much bullish on most of the tickers that we have here. So, yeah, nothing really too new. Yeah, DMC. The amount of cars I read, though, is pretty mind-blowing. We actually have a car right now here in Montenegro. Rented it for a month. So if anything, I could probably get a pretty decent lease or like, you know, buy a car on financing and have a pretty decent car. if I wanted to go down that road on how much I'm paying pretty much per month on a car anyway. Brand's always in BNGO. I don't even have to trade BNGO or like look at BNGO. I just have to like listen to Brand and I'll pretty much get an understanding on how it's trading. Yeah, Corey, we're gonna trade the open today. I mean, I don't know how aggressive we're gonna get, right? Probably not too aggressive unless we see some really good moves. But I'll be here with the open. Normal trading times. We might wrap up early, but we'll see. Shorted a put. That's a derivative on a derivative. Yeah, yesterday was pretty flushy. I was going through the trades from yesterday, and I was really, really surprised what kind of nonsense we were seeing there at the open. Specifically, let's see our stats quickly. CANF, yeah, this is the one. I was trading pretty much quite aggressively pre-market. And then, yeah, this one flushed. I mean, it had big support at 4, ripped up here 9%, and then flushed all the way down just continuously. It didn't really have any bounces too much. Around 3.5, it had a bit of a dead cat bounce. But, I mean, if you just held this a little bit too long, you know, boom. So this was a nasty one. Nasty one. I think we ended yesterday pretty okay. Yeah, that was like a $700 profit day. We're going to get a few more stats coming, guys, at the end of March. I think you guys are going to love it. We're going to have a dark mode. Oh, I've been putting a lot of time into the new trade journal release. I think you guys are going to get a good kick out of it. All right, so let's go through some of the lead gappers here, I suppose. I'm just kind of watching some of them, but yeah. I was like, hopefully we're going to see some more action. So ZCMD, probably the lead at the moment. Chinese health services, 12 million flow, 35 million market cap. They do have a catalyst here, so that's good. It's hard to always say how strong the Chinese catalysts are, I find. A lot of times there's a partnership or something to do with education, and you're just like, okay. Again, professional training, education services, renewal partnership. I mean, at least it has a catalyst. Better than trading a Chinese ticker with no catalyst. Although if it doesn't have a catalyst, then you're like, well, I have no idea what's going to go on this one, and then you don't know how aggressive to be. So we have that big resistance, probably arguably at 325 to 4, 350. More resistance at 4 and then 5 for sure. What I do like about this ticker is, you know, we have big support at 2 and then $3, have some decent support. 3.5. So right now there's some pretty decent support here at 3. So if we hold this area, we might see a nice push. We did have some kind of sketchy sell-offs on this one before, so I was kind of originally nervous. That's why if you see here pre-market, there was about a perfect pullback here, but I didn't trade it because I didn't actually trust this ticker yet. It really wasn't until we had that second breakout here where I had a little bit more confidence. So ZCMD is definitely one we're going to have on the top chart. We'll probably watch that one at the open together. Huge was our original main gapper this morning. The first one I traded, drug manufacturer in Canada, 60 million float, 64 million market cap, also has a catalyst. This one came out yesterday evening, so it's a little bit more thickly traded so far. Approved veterinary drugs for treatment of gastrointestinal disease in dogs and cats. Yeah, Cruiser. That's exactly it. That's not about a rule, DMC. Huge 28% down from the pre-market highs. That's really not too bad at all. Big support at 2.8. I like how it's really finding big support here. That possible rip back above 4. So huge is definitely one to be watching. AREC looking kind of interesting as well. I haven't yet traded this one. Big resistance at 6, but also big support at 5. This was a recent runner. It could just be, you know, big dead cat bounce here. So I'm a little bit nervous how I want to play this one. I mean, we're pretty much, you know, moving in this area right now. And that 6 area already kind of came in as big resistance. We might have an attempt to break 6. So that's probably how I would trade AREC more than anything. I would probably look for the attempt to break a 6. Or trade it after a 6, but I don't know how aggressive I'd want to be there. I'm sure there is, Mike, but I would assume it takes some tinkering. I'm not too good with ThinkScript, to be honest with you. So I'm not totally sure how I would go about that. But what I could do is I could add a ThinkScript section to the Discord and see if anyone else has some feedback there. I'll add it to stock trading. No, I'll add it to brokers and exchanges under TD Ameritrade. Or actually, I might even make a new one on that. Ooh, dang, Cruiser, that's no joke. talking about that, let's review some news quickly here. Make sure we're not missing anything. I don't know if you guys saw here the developing story. 8 people killed in shootings in Atlanta. Looks like they were all at these spas and massage places. They're thinking it was a potential crime against Asian Americans, but the motive is still not really released or figured out. Many of the victims appear to be women of Asian descent. Police have not explained what Long's motive might be. But the killings come as a violence against Asian Americans spiked in the wave of coronavirus pandemic. Russia tried to help the Trump in 2020 election. Here's something. This is why I find it really important just to constantly be up to date with general news. Even if you guys don't care so much about general news, you could find some great investment ideas. Here you go. I think this is the GE electric bus. Not totally sure actually. But you can just, identify general trends, focuses. Yeah, this is the GE one. Picture it as a FedEx truck produced by BrightDrop, a General Motors company dedicated exclusively to the electric delivery vehicles. Now, we know that GE has had a phenomenal run. We actually had a big part of that. We bought this one on the pullback here at 6.5 and we sold at 10. But it's continued that rally pretty nicely. Oh, sorry. I'm talking about General Electric. This was General Motors, GM. But similar situation. GE is kind of involved in a lot of those spaces as well, but that's a whole different conversation. Sorry about that. I wanted to talk about GM. I did not trade GM. But this one had an explosive recovery. More than Ford, which is also quite handy in the EV space as well, right? And a lot of these kind of companies, they're looking for to sell to businesses, right? Not so much consumers. So, GM, if it, makes a whole fleet for FedEx and Amazon, I mean, those are huge clients, right? So that's a little bit more, it seems like, their clientele. And GM has been going through some massive rebranding with their, like $2 million logo or something like that. It's ridiculous. But, hey, the market really likes what they've been up to. So good to see. A lot of people think GM, like, oh, this old company. But I think they have some really interesting projects going on with GM. And it's an established company. So you're not taking as much risk with a lot of these, high flyer SPACs. So again, shootings. So the shootings are big on the news right now. The airlines are taking off again. I never did get my entry on Jets, which I gotta say is pretty much the most depressing thing since QS and KCAC and all those. I mean, this was definitely one of the big ones I missed. I was talking about Jets pretty much every day for months last year, always waiting for my entry, but somehow I never got my fill and I never chased it. And wow, I mean, beautiful rebound. Not as good as GM, but still. I felt like, trading Jets, an airline ETF, was pretty much a no-brainer, especially after this triple bottom here and then it ran up. Oh, I should have just, blindly bought this one and, prepared to hold for a year, and you pretty much guarantee that it's going to come back at some point. So kind of a foolish move for me not getting more aggressive on that one. Yeah, DMC, I usually say I give myself like 8 weeks, like 2 months minimum for my swing trades. It doesn't mean I'm not going to close it tomorrow. It just means I'm okay tying up that capital for 8 weeks. It's not like money I need, you know, the next week for rent or something like that, because that's going to put you in a bad situation. Oh, that's really good news. Florida schools reopen without becoming super spreaders. It's definitely an article worth diving into a little bit more. I gotta say, it's impressive how well the US is vaccinating people. I just find it mind-blowingly good. You guys, Elon Musk changed his name to Techno King, or what was that? I gotta get the full story on that. But if you see Techno King, it's referring to Elon Musk. I don't think the finance people ever left their desk. This is a little bit of misleading of a title here. eToro is going public with a SPAC right here. I gotta say, that's actually quite impressive. I wasn't ready for that. I'm not a big fan of eToro because they take spreads to make up for their free trading, but like really kind of aggressive spreads. I don't know. They're a little bit more social-based trading platform. Yeah, here's what you were talking about, Colby. The teenager who gained control of the Twitter accounts of some of the world's most powerful people last summer pleaded guilty and agreed to serve 3 years in prison. That's heavy stuff, to be honest. Corona cases overall down, but I don't know if you guys noticed, several countries are having third waves, especially in Europe. For example, Italy, they're just, whew, no joke here. St. Patrick's Day is coming up, isn't it? Oh, wait. That's today. Man, I've been so out of the loop these holidays. St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Talk about being out of the loop. I had no idea it was today. Well, with that, happy St. Patrick's Day, guys, and good luck trading, everyone. My eyes are on ZCMD and huge, so let's see how we kind of go from here. All right, guys, good luck, everyone. Dang, makes me want to take some drinks. All right, guys, drinks after the stream. Let's go here. Good luck, guys. Change time for us today. Here we go. I wouldn't be surprised if Huge found a little bit of support. I got 2K ready to go on Huge, but I'm not sure if I'm going to trade it just yet. I'm watching ZCMD. I think this is going to be the more interesting one to be watching first. Big sell-off there. Remember, this one was kind of thickly traded pre-markets. We always want to be careful with that. Last time we had a big runner here. Actually, last 3 times, they all sold off since the open. So also keep in mind. Bigger support at 3. This is quite the doji candle here. This would have me a little bit crazy. Huge, making moves. Big breakout on Huge. Off to VWAP. Broke 3. Long, Huge, looking for a break, a continuation here. Oh, we're not getting it. I closed this one out, took a small loss on huge just now. I didn't like that the flush was so strong, so I closed it out. I don't know what that was. It looks like I'm down a little bit on huge. So be careful, guys. I thought I was buying here at, right around 3, looking for a quick pullback and a continuation. We didn't get that, so I managed my risk really quickly. ZCMD is the clear winner right now, so this is where most of my focus is. I would probably consider trading huge again around 275 or so. Swift selling off, so this is what I was waiting for with our long position. I do want to be a little bit careful here. Let's see how ZCMD holds up. That was a nice flat top breakout here. Long ZCMD looking for a continuation to 4. Taking some profits there on that breakout, smaller size. Just got to get my feet wet. Watching huge still around 2.7. It's only down about 4% from the open. Sold ZCMD kind of quick at 7.5. It's right now it's at 95. We've had strong flushes on ZCMD in the past. That's why I was kind of nervous on this one earlier. Can't believe it's St. Patrick's Day. 12 million float on ZCMD, so it definitely has that spike ability. It's the clear lead gapper right now as well. AREC with a red to green here. I was thinking we might see $6 on this one, so I am watching that. Watching huge, possible entry here at 68. Small entry at 68 on huge. Not getting my full size though. Oh, there we go, full size on huge. Still selling off. Broke kind of a key support zone. It's a bit unfortunate. Down officially like around 8% here from the market open. Hit low of around 61. That was definitely a bit bigger sell-off. I wasn't expecting such a strong move there. Could be breaking above 6.9. Let's see it. I'm going to close out on this one. Unfortunately, I'm taking a small loss again on huge. Yeah, I could have had a small winner there on that one. So I'm just slowly giving back profits on this ticker, but I don't want to overstay my welcome. My thesis was wrong, so it is what it is. ZCMD with a pullback here. Yeah, huge selling off again, so it was good I closed that one. I'm nervous on ZCMD because we've had many flushes on this one pre-market, but so far it's actually looking pretty okay. SSKN being called out. Yeah, actually, SSKN had a great recovery here. I wasn't really looking at this one anymore. U.S. medical device company with 20 million float, 62 million market cap. The news is kind of whack, where $400 million from another company might be looking to invest into a similar company like this one. So I don't know. It's very vague, but $3, huge resistance on this one. There's that failed move on ZCMD. Looks like 53 might be finding some support. AREC kind of looks interesting. I'm going to box this one in with alerts and see if we can maybe figure out how we want to trade it. It did have this bit of a sell-off, though. I think we might see a move back above VWAP. It's kind of just a feeling, though. So yeah, huge. I could have made some money on. Break a 5 on AREC. DCMD, I'm watching this one. It looks like it's on the backside, so I'm not trading it right now. Possible move back below VWAP. Oh, ooh, sorry guys. There's the move on AREC, looking interesting. I'm going to quickly go back to SFT on my IRA account. I want to see how close we are here to a possible entry on this one. Obviously really close. Let's go to a 5-minute chart to see a little bit more detail. So we broke the 8.5. 8.2 is the next kind of support zone. I have a limit order before that at 8.27. There's not too much volume here though. Put a limit if we really break back above this area, and anything under 37 I would probably like to be made note of. So I'll go back to here. There, EC trying to go for the push. This is a bit of a triple top right here. Uh-oh. It reached the shoulder of the last flush. That was a 6% flush. So that's probably the biggest risk right here as we approach this resistance zone. Our lead gapper is ZCMD having issues. Yeah, ZCMD just sold off. Down about 20% now. It's kind of a big sell-off from the highs. I'm going to watch this one. ZCMD could be a possible entry. I'm watching ZCMD. Sell volume has slowed down. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a taker though. Possible move under the 20s could be kind of interesting. A little bit of a dip buy bounce potential. Possible size there at 16. Didn't get my fill though. I was thinking we might see it there at 16, but we just didn't get it. Nice, AREC breaking that VWAP. Nice, Jonathan. Here you nailed that one really good. I'm being a little cautious here because that bounce wasn't really that great, but it might be able to, we might be able to squeeze a small entry here for that dead cat bounce I was waiting for, but Huge is actually finding some big support. This one's probably worth watching at this point. Had that big sell-off. He's downtrending though. Miss ZCMB again. If I left my limit order at 315, that would have been a play. AREC is definitely in play. I haven't really found my next play yet, or at least, you know, got the entry that I wanted. I identified a few, but all right, well, any entry on Swift below 50 is not what I'm going for. I'm not sure if we're going to get it, but that's my current thesis there. Maybe we could talk a little bit more about swing trades at one point today. It's been a while since we kind of reviewed them, but nothing really too much has changed. I mean, that's what we were talking about pre-market. ACMD, I don't see any. ZCMD. Do I think ZCMD has a chance for making new highs later today? I don't know. I mean, right now it's on the backside. It had 3 failed moves to the upside in the past that never held their highs. We traded it each and every one of the times. It's not really what you want to be seeing. This time, it barely even held into the market open. It didn't go back further, unfortunately. I don't know. It's you know, I try not to really guess what stocks are going to do. I'm not in the business of trying to predict tickers, surprisingly. I just, you know, trade good momentum, and right now ZCMD has dying momentum. I was trying to do some dip trades here on this one, but, you know, I removed my limit order, unfortunately, right before I would have got filled at 315. But, you know, right now I would like to see support come in, and then, you know, if it was back above VWAP, I would start trading it more aggressively. But right now I'm just kind of watching it sell off. So, yeah, I don't know. AREC really has been more the entertaining one, I suppose. I looked away from this one too many times. Bull flag here on AREC. Swift, first entry at, I thought it was at 47, but we bought at 48. Nice move there on AREC. Corey calling out TNBR. Oh yeah, actually good pop on that one. Pretty decent rate of change, upside till about 3. Long term is really nasty on this ticker though. That's what I would be worried about. I'm watching ZCMD. Small entry there on ZCMD. Backside move, so I'm not trying to overstay my welcome. Move over 3A could be kind of advantageous for profit taking. That's a slow one though. More buyers, or well, it's looking like a lot of sellers actually as well, but we broke past that 3.7 zone for a second, which was nice. Haven't really been able to hold anything though. Nice, close at 3.8. That was a very, very scalpy move on my end. ZCMD up a K on that one. Okay, finally broke to 3.11. The reason I entered is because the sell-off was slowing down. Like on the order book, it just looked like the momentum was kind of like not really there. $3 is big support. Usually I like to buy on a crack of support and then, you know, buy into the selling momentum, but For some reason, I had a little bit bigger inclination that ZCMD might actually end up bouncing and not break it. I don't know why. Maybe because of the former bounce here didn't break either. I don't know. It's a hot market too, so you can't like give these tickers too much of an opportunity. Like I'm way too conservative, and I miss way too many entries because of it. Usually, in a more mellow market, it's the right way to go, but you know, it's not a mellow market we're in, so. And then every ticker is obviously different, but yeah, I don't know. It was a tough one to call, and I took profits too fast. It's interesting how everyone has a different plan. You know, that's why I never really like telling someone else if they should buy or sell, because you know everyone's got a different strategy and different personality, and you got to really kind of leverage your trading personality to your trading style, or your personality to your, you know, trading strategy, and that's really where you become profitable. And like copy trading, you know, can work, but it's not sustainable, and it's gonna be very stressful. Never really knowing why you're doing something. Some interesting zones on this ticker. This one, IMTX, looks like it's really facing a lot of resistance. We had that failed breakout here, so this one's going to be testing the lows. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw 14 soon on it. Look at ZCMD. What a freaking fail. Just a lifetime of fail on ZCMD. Huge is the one ticker I'm totally down on. So everything I've done on Huge today has not worked, which is unfortunate because I had a really nice entry here at 68. We went down to 64 or so, and then we ripped up 8%. This could have been the big winner here. So if I just held this one a little bit longer, Huge could have been a huge profit. But you know, I should have probably even averaged down here. I mean, this sell-off was very extended. CVU being called out. $9.2 million order, Lockheed market. That's really nice. Swift below 39, so my entry was too soon on it. Oh well, is what it is. We still have $20 left of buying power on Swift, so let's. $20, here I come. $2 more. Watch this. We're gonna get our fill. What? No, it looked at my order and turned around. All right, whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, there goes the fill on Swift. Let's go back to CVU. Interesting call out for sure. CVU, or CVU, not SVU. USA Aerospace. It's a nice contract. This is a $80 million market cap stock. Pre-market, I don't know what it was doing pre-market. Was kind of doing a bunch of nasty stuff, up around 20% on average. 60 market cap, 11 float. What other schnitzels we got here? So this is the order they got in. I'm gonna take some more catalyst just because I like to see when the last catalyst was before it. All right, if you guys are watching this on playback, comments, my watch list is in that first pinned comment. Also, you can get my watch list right here on tradejournal.co/Winkler. It's free. Everything on this channel is free. I'm not trying to sell anyone anything. So here's my watch list for today, Wednesday. Sweet, and my last trade's right there. Oh yeah, and join the Discord group if you guys are not part of it already. Love the action going on in there. It's so much fun. So CVU, I like what I'm seeing here on this ticker. I got to say, what I don't like about it is the action pre-market. That would have me on edge, and that would have me not really wanting to be trading it. We have 8 as an interesting spot. We have 6, 7 kind of as acting as support. We have huge resistance right here at the 180-day moving average. Bit of a pivot zone as well around 675. You can see this is where that shoulder had a huge sell-off. Watch out here at 7. This could be kind of ugly here at 7. I'm going to go ahead and identify that zone as well. ZCMD is starting to really fail. The flat dollar amount they got. At least it's a follow-up order. That sounds pretty good. What I don't like about CVU, CVU is these last times it had highs, it flushed like 10%. So if I get in here looking for a breakout, even if I buy the pullback, you know, 6% upside, but I'm also risking another 6%. That's really what has me on edge on this ticker. I think I was too conservative. That was actually an interesting move there at 67. Oh, I would maybe trade this one smaller. Yeah, no, missed that again. The potential of a drop has me frozen on CVU. Gotta clip my nail here a little bit. Interesting spot. It's not really flushing yet. It seems to be holding this area, so there might be another attempt, but I don't know. Maybe that attempt already happened. I'm having a hard time reading CVU. ZCMD found some big support at 3. It might be curling back to the upside. Possible move over 6-7 on CVU. Ooh, short-lived. Got a lot of tickers moving right now. Well, okay, maybe not a lot, but you know, an okay amount. ZCMD, you know, usually I'm only looking at tickers that are really popping over 40%, ideally over $100 million volume, and we're not really getting a lot of that, so kind of on edge here. Nice bottom, 14% pop. Bottom, 10% pop. quite honestly, I don't have too many feelings about AREC at the moment. It just, you know, it's making a bit of a pennant right now. It has a higher low, but also has a lower high. These are just patterns that I'm usually not so much of a fan of. So I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm not trading it. It's hard for me to say. But you know, if I don't fully trust a ticker, if I don't fully understand a ticker, the easiest thing to do is just not trade it. I don't know. I'm sure somebody over there somebody watching REC is freaking nailing it right now. But you know, to each their own. So let's see what happens here on AREC. Maybe it's going to find a little bit more support at 5.2 and then freaking ripski dipski on out of there. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you enjoy the content. You guys have been dropping a lot of likes, even, you know, the last 2 days when I was pretty much falling off a chair and not really talking too much. So I really do appreciate that. You guys are a huge support on this channel, and it's amazing. Great community we have here. I couldn't be more grateful. But with that being said, I'm going to take Friday off because I just need a little bit more downtime. There it goes, AREC, nice pop. This reminds me exactly of yesterday. Post stats. This is literally the same move as CANF, except CANF took a little bit longer pre-market to actually have that resolution. If you go here, we had, well, okay, it was an ascending triangle pattern. But I was exactly buying this pullback, looking for that second pop back to the upside, which we got, but it was delayed. Now, if we go back to AREC, this one wasn't delayed. It had that pop to the downside, but then instantly popped to the upside. So I was not sure if we were going to get a delay, if we were going to get a flush, what was going to happen. So I just didn't trade it. Nice little pullback opportunity, good breakout there. Nice, Mitchell. I I appreciate it, man. Amen, Chris. Amen. Pips are more Forex terms. We don't really talk pips here because Forex barely moves, right? Like you're trading 100x leverage and you're looking for like, you know, 0.5% move. So that's why you start talking in pips. So you have like pip directional move. I actually forgot the valuation of a pip. Let me look it up right now. I'm reading through this. I haven't used the pip terminology in so long. 100 pips is 1 cent. Yeah, it's because, so hundredths of a cent. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So 0.0001, yeah. That's because Forex is a slow market, right? We don't need to, talking pips in a small cap world would drive you insane. So it's not something that's necessary. Danny's wondering what's going on with ZCMD. I mean, pretty much like we said before, it's losing momentum. So, you know, you want to be trading hot stocks with big momentum. ZCMD has been selling off. It had a strong pre-market that probably kind of killed it a little bit. AREC is probably the one to be watching more than anything. It just has so much resistance at 575 and then 6. So like even if we get into those zones, you know, how much more are we gonna go? I'm watching this one extremely conservatively. I'm not sure if I'm going to do more trading. We'll see here. It's 10:06. It's still, the day's young, but also wrapping up early is probably the healthy thing to do for me. I feel totally fine, though, today. You know, I feel much better. I still have a tight chest, but I've had tight chest now for, like, 6 months. So, like, that's why I went to see the doctor on Monday. So I really need to take care and just yeah, get rid of that, which is probably going to take a month or two of really relaxed stuff. So this is what I was waiting for, maybe a little bit even lower move here into the possible small size at 35. Now I'm going to remove it. I was thinking this could be exactly the kind of support zone here at 33 that I was looking for. We have descending kind of support line right here, which was former resistance. We have VWAP. We have a lot of support here at 32. Did they scan me for TB? Is that tuberculosis? How often does my heart rate jump up? Honestly, when I'm day trading, I'm pretty mellow. I don't think it was so much the day trading. I think it was more the thinking about all my other work. I've been really busy lately with coding. I've been busy with taxes. I was working weekends. Like when I'm day trading, I used to have kind of spikes, but now like I'm pretty mellow when it comes to day trading. I gotta say, it's not. It's not. I would argue the biggest problem. All right, well, I think I'm done day trading here. I feel like if I keep day trading, I'm going to do something silly, although I really did want that move just now on AREC. Either way, I'm going to wrap it up here. You know, yesterday we had a $700 day. Monday we had a $200 day. We had a $2,000 day on Monday. Pre-market, I gave it all back. I went back to $600, and then I gave back more profits, and I was up $200, and I said, you know what, I'm going to stop. Yesterday we stopped at 700 something. Today, let's just stop at 900, because right now I would be forcing it. Yeah, Jason, I've been looking into some Wim Hof now for a while. They even did a cold swim on Monday. Maybe that's what got me going crazy. My last COVID test was. I don't think I have it. I have no symptoms. They didn't even want me to test for it when I went to the hospital. But, I'll test for it if I have any sort of symptoms. It's been like a month or two since I've been tested. I'm trying to think, when was that? Somewhere in January. Sometime January. Yeah, Emmanuel, that's pretty much what the doctor told me. He said it's just overworking, stressing. He says it's most likely mental. I did like the ECG scan or whatever it's called, or EKG, ECG. Wow, I'm so bad with all these terms. Yeah, this is the one I did on Monday. They hooked me up real good, and everything looked fine. Then I did a blood test. Everything looked fine again. So, yeah, the doctor was like, yeah, man, you just need to do some more chili vanilli. That's what you need. Smoke some weed or something. Wim's the man, yeah. Well, he's a legend. He's an interesting guy to follow. All right, Emmanuel. Good to hear that. Similar situation potentially. Well, I mean, I didn't want to hear that you were, having chest pains as well. But it's good to hear that. Healthy recovery. Thanks, guys. Yeah, Island Kid. The second you close a trade, that's when profits are realized. You could actually realize profits without closing a trade as a trader designation with taxes, but that's, I don't know. You have to do a little bit of tax planning if that's really going to be, make sense for you. Swing trades we already reviewed. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Also, if you guys have some questions, I could do a little bit more research off stream for some swing trades. I do want to talk a little bit more about swing trading soon, though. My problem is I'm pretty much fully allocated. So like everything I've had to say about my swing trades, I've kind of already said. I like all of them, and I am pretty much going to hold all of them. And everything's looking overall pretty good. If you guys weren't watching Tech2 Chef, we did sell because they were at some really, really big resistance. They could easily keep moving up, but they had a lowered guidance, and they already had a big bounce, so I figured this could be a dead cat bounce, so I'm going to close that one. A mild heart attack is common in the market like this. Nice, Tina. Happy to hear. Keep us posted on your progress. And join the Discord if you haven't done so already, guys. I'll drop a link here again. Discord's going to be extra important on Friday because we're not doing any trading. Well, I'm going to do some trading on Friday, but I'm not going to stream on Friday. So I just want to say that as much as possible. So I'm going to be in the Discord on Friday, and we're going to be talking in the... Actually, let me go ahead and remove this one again, delete this channel. We'll add ThinkorSwim inside of brokers. So if you have broker questions, especially ThinkScript from TD Ameritrade, just add it here. Script is with a C. What am I doing? Script questions here. But yeah, stock trading, small cap Momo is where I'm doing it now. I can pretty much delete the 25K challenge, but I wanted to kind of timestamp everything we did here on the 25K challenge. So small cap Momo, does that make sense? That's pretty much the stock trading. We could have another one in here. I don't know. Let me know, guys, what you guys think, if we should maybe adjust this one. But we'll use the small cap Momo. We also have the chat, but this is more for general stuff. So, yeah. Oh, a new conversation in hardware that I wasn't aware of. What's this? This looks a little bit out of topic. CPU. Oh, yeah. The CPU issues from AREC. I remember that. Okay, I'm going to stop browsing here. Thank Esmel. I appreciate that for sure. Jason Scott says, not to be a dead horse, not to beat a dead horse, but caffeine is a major contributor to that feeling. Yeah, you know, Jason, no worries about beating a dead horse, but I've been drinking way too much caffeine, so I think that could be a big issue. Today, I only had a cup and a half, and I still have the other half here, which I'm gonna take a little sip right now. I love my caffeine, but I probably have been drinking a bit too much caffeine for sure. But, you know, you don't know what your limits are unless you reach them. And I definitely hit my limits in some area. So I'll have to figure out what to reduce so I can keep increasing my trading activities, because that's what I really enjoy doing here. All right, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up here. I'm not really sure what else I should be reviewing right now besides, you know, diving to swing trades, which I do want to dive into swing trades with you, but at the same time, I do want to kind of take as much time off as possible. So I'm going to probably leave that a little bit more for next week and maybe tomorrow. GHVI Matterport, this is another ticker that honestly, like, I would just be buying more. So, like, this is how I feel pretty much about all of my swing trades right now. I have a few swing trades where I'm only long one share because it was my alert share. Actually, a few of them, like QS, I probably would have closed the whole entire position already. And actually up, surprisingly, 16 bucks on this one share. That's just how freaking nice this one popped. This was a 50%, 60% move here. So absolutely nice. I actually might close my QS here. If we go to, let's say, 58.47, let's just go ahead and close that one. I gotta say, it's kind of depressing. I might not add this one to my stats because this would kill my stats pretty much permanently. for swing trading. It wouldn't make any sense. So I might not add this one to Trade Journal. I've added everything to Trade Journal, but swing trading, my alerts, if I don't do a full size, I mean, that might be the one thing I don't add. Because you obviously want your stats to be meaningful, right? And I won't be able to drag meaning out of this. Although percentage-wise, it's still going to be a really good trade, potentially. $75, if it above 75, and then we get into these, oh, let's sell at 70, let's sell at 69, so we're kind of cool. All right, yeah, that's pretty much, my swing trade portfolio. I'm just, I just wish I could buy more, honestly. But yeah, for day trading, that pretty much wraps it up. We're up 996, not bad. It doesn't, I think this is also a good lesson. It doesn't matter if you're over $1,000, if you're over $100, if you're over $10,000, right? If you're at 996, it's just as good. Sometimes we get in this psychological mode where we're like, one more trade, let me get over let me go over 1,000, right? And then I'll stop trading, and then boom, all of a sudden you gave back half your profits, right? I've done it many times, so I'm speaking from experience. So if you the one trade I definitely probably should have done is CVU and AREC. Those were looking pretty okay. We had this nice move back above VWAP and AREC. We had this really, really nice pattern here that I wanted to trade. So I could have traded it. Could have went well, but yeah, oh well. Poor island kid getting blasted by Micah, but Micah's got a point. Usually midday trading, it's not ideal for question asking, but since I was kind of wrapping up myself, that's why I answered it. Otherwise, I would have not answered it. But appreciate Micah being the policeman over here, letting people know what the etiquette is. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up then. I do appreciate everyone tuning in again. Tomorrow we'll be here, normal time. Everything's going to be totally normal. Let me quickly change my Logi tech right here. So let's make it a little bit brighter. I don't know if that really changes anything. All right, so I'm still in Montenegro. I'm still in the Airbnb. We got another, 1.5 weeks here, and then I'm going to go off to Greece. That is still being figured out. I need to hopefully make sure the internet connection is good over there. Getting the good internet here was quite the mission. Yeah, I don't want to go into that story again. So, okay, guys, let's wrap it up here. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I will see you then first thing tomorrow morning. Stay safe, guys. Make some awesome trades. Don't do anything silly. And, wrap it up if you feel like, you're done. If you don't feel like the hot setups are there, just wrap it up. And if you do feel like there's going to be a good setup, just be patient, Who knows how long you're going to have to wait, but just be patient. And then get aggressive. Take care, guys. I'll see you then first thing tomorrow. Ciao, ciao, guys. Oh yeah, don't forget, today's St. Patty's Day. So all right, guys, peace out. Ciao.